Hey, Shalawam, 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 Shalawam. Hey, we're gonna begin momentarily. Let brothers and sisters get in here. Alright. Hey, first and foremost, facing the east. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Wakaha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining yourself in this truth. That's out here doing this work, man. You brothers out there doing the work, pushing and preaching this word. It's 100% doctrine taught to us by the elders of the great millstone. All right. Shalawam to you, brothers. And continue to endure. All right. As we can see throughout everything that's happening right now, man, we almost up out of here. All right. We believe that through faith. We believe that through these scriptures. We believe that through what the Heavenly Father had written down by the prophets at the end of the day. All right. Shalawam, shalawam. So let's get into this, man. Today, I'm just going to hit a couple various topics, okay? And in pop culture today, you know, you got the, I stumbled upon this, right? Because, like, some things is like, you know, you see it. You see people talking about it. Big Meech getting out and all of that. And what his actions was very wicked, okay? Not endorsing none of that, right? Understanding that dealing of drugs is definitely witchcraft, okay? Pushing that vibration out there is witchcraft. And the whole thing is this whole thing was worldly. Now, I was just listening to this interview, though, just peeping that, seeing that, hey, if the man been in prison for, what, about 20 years, if he got any wisdom. Because all these little wag rappers and stuff out here, you know, and some Israelite groups, base they life off this man. The way that they act, the way that they carry themselves, okay? The chains and the way that they dress. Now, the way that he lived was like a wicked king of Israel, all right? With the money, the chains, the clothes, the cars, having money, but never having Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, okay? Basically, Satan was building him up. You know what I'm saying? And he may say he call on God, but at the end of the day, Satan builds a man up. Now, can a brother like him actually get repentance? Yeah, if he turn back and get the correct names and follow the correct doctrine. Okay? But these men of the world that worship money, they're not going to turn back, man. You know, for the most part, most of them. All right? But hey, yeah, that's up to Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi at the end of the day. Now, I want to get this little sound bite that he said. This was a good little saying, man, because this I'm gonna bring some scriptures into it.
In my book, like all these types of little things, like I know a lot of niggas didn't get because they didn't have that development. You know what I mean? So I tried to share these to my
what did white people tell you about if you want to hide something from a nigga? You put it where?
Put it in a motherfucking book.
In a book. And not only because a nigga won't just pick the book up and read it. Sometimes a nigga pick the book up and read every page but don't understand it.
You know what
I'm saying? He just read it. But he don't understand it. He didn't grasp it. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. You tell 3 people to watch a movie and 3 different people to watch a movie and you don't get 3 different opinions on that movie and what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You got to give a person play by play. Now, if you sit down there with the person as he read it, and then you place him in your position, and you giving him your insight on what you mean right here, or what you was doing at this time, and you know what I'm saying, and how you felt, that'll help. But that's what you have to do with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? They don't.
Exactly. That's what you got to do with the 2/3 of our people. All right? You know, Because you can read the Bible all day and never understand it. So you got all these Israelites that deny elders, that deny men over them, that deny watching the breakdowns and getting those understandings. You denying the sincere milk, which is given to you. Okay, let's get John 4:38. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. All right, so when you start to teach, when you start to come into this truth, you are walking in other men's lots. You are walking in a path that has already been laid down, right? Hey, all you got to do, man, pick up the Bible, precept upon precept, watch, bring stuff out, all right? That's it. As the interviewer was saying, these guys have no foundation. Now, they're talking about the drug life. They're talking about, that stuff, and I'm just relating it to in life in general. You can't just go into a job and think that you're going to get everything perfect and correct when you ain't never worked there a day in your life, okay? This is how you Israelites, that a lot of you Israelites on this app, man, on TikTok, that want to just teach, but you don't have no elders. You just started. You don't have no understanding of the scriptures. You may have heard certain things, and you try to relay it and bring it back out like you got it, but you don't. You got to take a lot of time, man, and get this doctrine correct, okay? And get your understanding of it correct, because you can mislead a brother and a sister. All right, let's go to Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter. And let's start at the top. Again, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and taketh him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. All right. So another thing that this guy has said was you could sit him down and talk to him. That's how you got to be with a nigga. Really, we coming into this truth as children, as kids. You, whatever age you are, if you day one in this truth, you a kid, man. You a child. You got to get refed. You got to get, breastfed in a sense. That sincere milk, all right? You got to get the breakdown that you had in Wacky Tacky Christian Church taught to you. You got to get all that stuff fixed because you was around here worshiping Jesus Christ, a false God, all right? All that stuff has to be fixed. All that stuff has to be, done away with because that's what you was on. So some brothers may get caught up on, as he goes in this interview, talking about how you would see him in the club throwing money and all of this, boom, boom, boom. But behind the scenes, he got far more money than he's throwing, et cetera, et cetera. You may see the elders teaching on a certain lesson, but they got far more knowledge, man, than what they teaching. They done that lesson, man, thousands, hundreds of times. Okay? And you just think you can go and run with it and teach it. All right? And those you high-minded Israelites, all right? It's over for that, man. We say teach what you know, man, and do it to the best of your ability. Now, if that trumpet is blown and you blow the trumpet, then the blood is off your hands. You good. If that person takes warning and they say they sold, then that's great. That's even better. If they don't take the warning, then okay, they didn't take the warning and they get their life took, then that's on them. All right? Did you blow the trumpet is at the end of the day. Did you blow the trumpet? Okay? Did you blow the trumpet? That's all that matters. And if you did, then you good, man. All right? Everybody's not going to wake up. Everybody's not going to take it. All right? A lot of these so-called kingpins, when they come out like Freeway Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross, Alpo and all them other guys, man, that was, they try to come out and tell knowledge and tell brothers to avoid the streets because of what they went through, right? You know, and hopefully this guy will do that because that will be the right thing to do. But regardless, that worldly wisdom ain't going to help anybody unless, once again, what did I say? The brother getting the truth. All right? You know, been in the prison 20 years, man. I know some Hebrew Israelites in there. Okay? It's Hebrew Israelites in the prison system. Okay? And, you know, they clicked up and they teaching. All right? So, hey, because I know a brother personally that's in Atlanta, man. All right? Shalawam to that brother Nazal. And he came up out of the prison system, man. He was watching the elders. All right? And I helped guide that brother a little bit. All right? Just help get him on track, right, with the elders. Showing him pages and things like that. Because he was lingering a little bit to IUIC, right, and them other camps. But nah, he sees now them guys is off. You can see through their stuff easily. So next one, we going to hop on over to the war and the things that's going on over there with Israel, all right? Let's get into it. And matter of fact, another one I had with that one is what Big Meech was saying. Okay, he was saying, sit a brother down and teach him, it'll be easier. Basically, in Isaiah 30 and 20 comes to mind. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Okay, that's why we hit the corners. That's why our brothers is on the, YouTubes and producing lessons and having open forums and chats and things like that, where you can talk and you can see, and brothers ain't just hiding, or we out here, man. Okay, open forums, questions is open. You can ask questions, whatever it may be. All right, the prophets is here. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is speaking through the men that he has raised up. At the end of the day, man. So you have a chance, you have an opportunity. You just got to take it and hold on to it. All right, and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
This is right now investigating a leak of highly classified intelligence documents posted online that appear to show Israeli plans for a retaliatory strike against Iran. What's the latest on the investigation into this leak, and what did your conversation with Netanyahu go like? How did that go?
Yeah, the leak is very concerning. There's some serious allegations being made there. Investigation underway, and I'll get a briefing on that in a couple of hours. There's a classified level briefing and then other, but we're following it closely. Look, I talked to my friend Bibi, Prime Minister Netanyahu, yesterday to encourage him. I mean, he's done an extraordinary job, I think, prosecuting that war, and if he had taken Joe Biden's advice, they'd be in a much weaker position right now. I think that the United States needs to stand unequivocally by our ally there right now. There is really, we're on a precipice, I think, Jake, of a new era of security and freedom for Israel, and I think we're very close, I hope, I pray, to ending that conflict there. But we cannot equivocate. We can't appease Iran. Now is the time for a maximum pressure campaign against the head of the snake. It's not Hezbollah and Hamas and the proxies that are ultimately the threat. It is Iran itself.
If you are in the health industry, you are not going to want to miss this. If you're a chiropractor, if you're
itself.
Okay.
Okay.
My friend Bibi. I call my friend Bibi.
We're close to ending this war, he says. Okay.
How exactly?
Why? Because there's a ground invasion in Lebanon. More death than ever in Gaza.
Even beyond that. Literally just about an hour.
Yemen.
Literally just an hour ago, Israel announced that, oh, by the way, we discovered that underneath a hospital in southern Lebanon, there's massive infrastructure, and that's where they've been holding gold and cash. So we're about to bomb we're about to bomb a hospital complex. Mm-hmm. So we're really pulling back on this whole war thing.
He really thinks it's winding down now. It's the tail end, like at scene 3 in a movie.
It's like when I tell you, like, honey, it's like when I tell you, like, you're like, honey, come to bed, and I'm like, I will. I just got a little bit more work to do.
Yeah.
And then it's like.
All right. So as you see, stuff is ramping up, and they talking about peace, but it ain't no peace, man. Okay, Israel, you can't trust your enemy. Thou shalt not trust thy enemy. Let's get Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right. And this is Esau, Edom at the end of the day. They may speak nice and calm to you. They may, give you these proposals and this and that and this and that and this and that. But at the end of the day, they plan to do harm to you, man. They advertise poison to you on the daily. Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, whatever it be. Three Musketeers, everything that damn near got a commercial, okay, they advertise it. They advertise poison because they advertising the GMOs. You never seen a commercial for a banana, an orange, or a pear. You never will. The Heavenly Father does not have to advertise what's good. You know it's good for you. You know it's okay for you to eat. All right? But when Esau Edom gets his hands on it, it's not okay for you to eat anymore. All right? So, as you can see, they advertise death to you. Right? Now, that's also with them speaking smooth as butter because they making it appealing to the foolish, to the ones that don't understand. And then ultimately it's going to destroy you. So that's what they doing over here, man. All right, let's get a little bit more.
2 hours later.
Right. Or we're not going to have any more chicken breasts for dinner, and then we have
Yeah. So anyway.
We just had an argument about that before the show.
So Axios reports that the leak appears to be an attempt to disrupt this operation. Okay, so that's Axios' position here. So this leak, do you guys buy that? They leak these documents because that's going to stop us from going into World War III. Remember, Russia and Iran, China, all three of them are partners. So you're going to bomb the shit out of Iran, and you think that Russia and China are going to sit by? Oh, and by the way, President Putin today is meeting with the head of the UAE about ditching the United States dollar for settling oil transactions, and ahead of the BRICS summit, of which Iran is a member, and Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. They're going to sit back and allow this to happen? That's why they're on high nuclear alert right now, and they're running war games exercises in the Indian Ocean, for crying out loud. Oh, and by the way, just over the weekend, you have Xi Jinping of China telling his troops to get ready for war with the West. Ready your troops, ready yourself for war. So, yeah, nothing to see here.
Exactly. All right. So the Moabites, man, the Russians, the Gog and Magog, right? The Persians, Iran, they're all unified and ready to go at the West. All right. Israel is talking about preparing a massive attack to go at Iran. And you think it's not going to be any ramifications after that? No consequences. Bruh, China and Russia is going to destroy that place, man. Iran could destroy Israel right now if they wanted to. So let them do it, basically. Let them do it. And it's prophecy that Israel will be nuked. It will be nuked, man. All right? Yahawah is about to clean shop with that place. So once again, Psalms 55 and 21. All right? Matter of fact, let's start at 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Esau is the king of breaking the brotherly covenant. He's the king at going at people that's just minding their business. You just minding your business, man. You just chilling. And Esau just out of nowhere shoots you in the back or whatever it be, man. All right? Look, when they came into that land in 1948, it used to be peace in that land. But as soon as they got there, it's been war ever since. All right? The people of that land, us, right? We've been kicked out of that land, okay? We've been sold away because that's the curses. And that was our lot. That was our punishment to go into that, okay? Now they're trying to take that land and say that they us. If you are us and you are the chosen people of Yahawah, then why is it war on the earth? It's supposed to be everlasting peace, and the new covenant is supposed to be established. It's clear that somebody is lying, man, and it's not us. Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So by you releasing international, like you releasing documents that you about to attack somebody. First of all, if you ever got in a fight, right, you don't tell that person, man, I'm about to hit you. No, man, you just still off, right? You just hit that, you know what I'm saying? You don't just broadcast your. So if you're going to attack, you're going to attack. They trying to get the international, like maybe NATO or whatever, to step in to prevent something or whatever it be. Because they know, Israel know they can't mess with Iran. And they know they can't mess with Russia and China, especially when they all combine. That's why they begging the U.S. to do all of this. That's why, as you see, as the title of this one is, American bombers on nuclear alert as Israel prepares massive attack on Iran, right? They counting on the U.S. to jump into a fight that's really not even theirs, right? So, and matter of fact, Ezekiel 38, because that's what's going on. All right. Ezekiel 38, verse 1. And the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith Yahawah power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. So Yahawah is doing this. He put hooks in their jaws. You put hooks in somebody's jaws like a fish. You hook the fish and you going to reel them in. All right. You baited it. Right. That spirit that Yahawah put on Putin and all of these countries to go and do what they're doing right now. He put that same spirit on the Persians, the Ethiopians, and the Libyans. Right. And I will bring all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer, that's Turkey, and all his bands. The house of Tagamoth of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. This is what you speak of as the BRICS nation. All right. So while we're on that topic, let's get what's about to happen in a couple of days, man. The BRICS summit. This is major. Okay? Or is it happening right now? I don't think it's happening right now. This say live. Nah. Yeah, it's happening in a couple of days. The India, I guess, Prime Minister is departing to go to Russia to attend. I want to get a little bit of information on it. All right, Russia, October 22nd. So tomorrow, Russia wants the BRICS summit to showcase the rising clout of the non-Western world. But Moscow's partners from China, India, Brazil, and the Arab world are urging President Vladimir Putin to find a way to end the war in Ukraine. The BRICS group now accounts for 45% of the world's population and 35% of its economy based on purchase power. Poverty through China accounts for over half of its economic might. All right, and as if anybody, I don't know if anybody really watches the stock market or anything like that, but gold is rising, silver is rising, actual resources are rising, and what's falling? The U.S. petrodollar, man. All right, so and this is all at the economic status of BRICS, of all these nations coming together and saying that the standard is changing, right? We're going to actually use resources that we really have. If you really have gold, then you're going to be of value. If you really got silver, you're going to be of value. We'll stop using this imaginary dollar that has no value behind it, right? And at the end of the day, Yahawashi is going to come and end all that anyway. But in the kingdom, understand, brothers is really going to have that type of substance, right? Now, right now, we the richest men on this earth because we have what? This truth. We got this wealth of the truth. We got this understanding. We are poor, wise children. Putin, who is cast by the West as a war criminal, told reporters from BRICS nations that BRICS does not put itself in opposition to anyone and that the shift in the drivers of global growth was simply a fact. This is an association of states that work together based on common values, a common vision of development, and most importantly, the principle of taking into account each other's interests. All right. And at the end of the day, they ain't no better than, NATO. But if you study history, World War I, you had sides, right? World War II, you had two opposing sides. This is the two opposing sides that's lining up right now. That's all getting in line, all right, at the end of the day. So BRICS and NATO, these are the two opposing sides. And shoot, some countries in what we just talked about in Ezekiel 38, Gomer, right? Turkey's a part of NATO, but they're doing things that makes it look like they're iffy, like they want to work with BRICS, right? Like France was trying to get in with BRICS, okay? And that's Revelation 17th chapter, right? They going to hate the whore. So these nations, all of them are at the end of the day going to turn on America. All right, let's get that. Oh, matter of fact, let's finish that Ezekiel a little bit more. After many, this is Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Thus saith Yahawah power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Nuclear war, man. All right, all the stuff that's going to take place. You think that Putin wants to push that button? Because nuclear war is what? That's going to bring upon really the ending of this world in that sense. All right? Because everybody's going to send the nukes, right? Whatever country's sending, it's going to be nukes all in the air. And Yahawah's going to have them, basically hit America to the point where she's not going to exist anymore. She's going to be a straight desert, wasteland. All right? But she's going to burn for a time period, and she's going to be a straight desert wasteland when nothing can dwell there. It's going to be just like Sodom and Gomorrah, even worse, right? Fire and brimstone everywhere. Okay? Verse 11, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. What's that? That's America. So when Putin thinks that evil thought, when these nations think that evil thought, it is what it is. I will go to them that are at rest. You Americans are at rest. Y'all don't believe that this type of stuff is going to affect you. That the BRICS summit is actually important to be looking at. That what's going on in the world won't affect you. That 15-minute cities in China won't affect you. That what's going on in Canada won't affect you. All right? What's going on in Israel won't affect you. Americans, you are so nonchalant to reality. All right? It's like a veil, man. And that's because all these demons are dwelling over this place. Assyria, Babylon, Persia, Egypt, right? Rome, Greece, all these old demons, right? These principalities are over America, Babylon, man. And it's just you have been taught not to even care, not to really even look into anything. Your average American, they don't know shit. Just to be honest, they don't know shit, man. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. Because this place, before all that happens, this place is going to be at war, right? You're going to have all these migrants and soldiers that have already came into this land taking over and fighting this place, man. And you're going to have a civil war going on. You're going to have so much action going on in America that really any nation that wants to come here and take it over is just boom, walking in, right? Or whatever it be. It's going to be so easy. As you've seen Biden throughout his years take this place down from the inside out, all right? And Kamala is trying to do the same thing, okay? Take it down from the inside out, opening the borders and all of that. So Babylon is falling, but it's not by accident. It's by is by intention. And it's ultimately by the will of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. All right. 13. Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish with all the young lions thereof shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey? To carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil? Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, thus saith Yahawah power, in that day, when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know it. And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north ports, thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army. And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O Gog, before their eyes. Thus saith Yahawah power, art thou he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants, the prophets of Israel? That's Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, which was prophesied, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring thee against them. And it shall come to pass at the same time when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, saith Yahawah power, that my fury shall come up in my face. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down. All right, your governments, your men that are in charge, your mountains, your people that are people. This is a sea of people, man. A mountain, that's a group of people, shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith Yahawah power. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. Civil war, right? Fighting against your neighbor. And I will plead against him with pestilence, sickness, and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, an overflowing rain and great hailstones, fire and brimstone. Now, what are the nukes? That's basically stone balls of fire. That's because the nukes are metal. That's like stone coming down with fire. You got fire trailing behind it. When it hits, it's more fire. All right? That's hailstones. At the end of the day, fire and brimstone, that's what it's going to create. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations. And they shall know that I am Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi. All right? When these nukes hit this place, you're going to know that the Lord did it. It's not going to be no accident or coincidence or none of that. All right? Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi will be magnified. All right? And he's also going to do it through his men that he has raised up. Okay? Let's end it over here in Jeremiah. Battle Axe. Jeremiah 51st chapter. And let me see where I want to start, man. 14. Going down. Yahawah power. The Yahawah of hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. He hath made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heaven by his understanding. So you think that anybody think that you can go against Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi when he created this place? Okay? You are what? The clay. He's the potter. He molds you. If he wants you to do wickedness, he puts a delusion in your mind so you can't even get the truth, then he's going to do that to you. If he put a delusion on your mind to call on Yah or Yeshua or Yahweh, he's going to do that to you. All right? If he gives you this truth to call on Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, then you better be grateful and thankful that he's done that for you, man. All right? Brother said, Khan, plus people going to remember the prophets. And, hey, yeah, you will know a prophet was in your midst. You're going to remember. You might forget right now, but you're going to remember when them nukes come in the air dang, that brother was saying this was going to happen. You're going to remember all of this. All right? But you Israelites that want to run away from reality and you don't want to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, yo, the blood is on your hands. Ezekiel 33rd chapter, read it and weep. You not sounding the horn. You not sounding the trumpet. So what are you doing for our people? When you read the scriptures and you can understand that this place is going to be destroyed, but you're not telling people to get right and turn back. You're trying to be buddy-buddy and appeal to everybody. This ain't about followers, bro. This ain't about being liked. This ain't about comments. This ain't about shares. And this ain't about views. This is about pushing this word out, magnifying Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. At the end of the day, if you ain't doing that, then what is you doing? You holding tokens that Yahawashi has given you in your hand and you burying them. All right, as that parable goes, you not doubling it. You need to double the measure of your faith, which has been given to you. And how do you do that? By going and producing, by going and uplifting, by going and letting brothers and sisters know. That's how you double, because Yahawashi gave you that, and just as quick as he gave it to you, he can quickly take it away. All right. Verse 16. When he uttereth, Jeremiah 51:16, when he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. In the same way, Yahawashi voice is like many waters, right? And he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. All your statues, all your stadiums, all these type of things that you worship, whatever it may be. All right? Look, man, you can play video games, but if you constantly on that shit all day and night, you worshiping it. All right? You can have a wife, you can have a family, but if you just Mr. Family Man, forever and ever, you always under your wife, etc., you worshiping her, man. All right? You don't put nothing in front of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Majority of your time should go into the Lord. All right? So, hey, you got to be careful with how you're using your time. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi woke you up for a reason. And that main reason is to serve him, to fear him, and to keep his commandments. Ecclesiastes 12:13. All right? They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, the salt of the earth. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahawah of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Like I said, we will magnify Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, and he will be glorified through us. He will lift us up and let us glorify him by going forth and carrying out whatever he needs us to carry out, man. All right? Because we stood so boldly for the name, So he gonna give us back. He know we want to get on these heathens' ass, man. He know we want to get at Esau, Edom. And hey, you brothers that stand strong and endure, it will be given to you to do that to them. It will be given to you. All right? You don't go and put things into your own hands. Why? Because vengeance is in the hands of Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi. So you have to wait. That's the patience of the saints, right? And verse 21, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee and what is that? That's planes, that's helicopters, that's tanks. We're going to be down here breaking tanks in half, destroying helicopters, F-18s, F-35s, whatever it be. Esau's chariot, that's Esau's chariot, right? It's not going to be able to stand against us because we're going to be lifted up with powers, man. Through the strength and power of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. At the end of the day, all right, with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Hey, Yahawah came at the woman twice because the maid is a young woman, and he also came at man and woman, right? So understanding that, it ain't going to be no type of feelings on, man, that's a female. No. That's a baby. No. You going to look at people and you going to see everything they did, man. You going to have that spirit on you. You going to look at an Edomite and you going to be like, damn, he was my slave master back in whatever it be. It's going to be like that. You going to see them for who they truly are. All right? Your mindset is going to be different. Your court countenance is going to be different. Your spirit is going to be different when these powers are put on you. All right? It ain't going to be no, oh, man, let him go. He a little kid. He 5 years old. He going to get that work too. All right? Man, y'all got to understand what's about to happen. All right? This stuff is important, man. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render upon Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith Yahawah. And where is Zion? That's with the nation of Israel. That's us. That's in his people. We ain't talking about geographically. We talking about his people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the Israelites that live amongst the heathen, looking like the heathen, but are indeed Israelites because their bloodline goes back to Jacob at the end of the day. All right? Behold, verse 25, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Esau Edom is a destroying mountain. He goes forth across the planet, destroying whatever he can, devouring, eating up. Don't you know Satan goes about on the earth like a roaring lion, seeking who he can devour, loosely quoting, man? He'll eat you up if he can. He got demons out. If these demons can jump in you and get you, they gonna get you, right? You want to go back to that cigarette demon. It's gonna get you. That's Satan. Who produces the cigarettes? Marlboro, Winston, Blue, whatever them, man. Who is doing that? Okay? Who owns those companies? Esau Edom is selling you cancer, selling you death. As we talked about in the advertisements, McDonald's, Burger King, they selling you death. You going to these establishments to die. All right? Because it's clogging your arteries. The food ain't even real. Okay? It's destroying you. All right? Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Because what is a mountain again? That's a group of people. That's a nation. That's a government. Saith Yahawah, power, which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and make thee a burnt mountain. Because they're going to go into these rocks. They're going to go into these mountains, in these caves, in these bunkers, trying to hide from Yasharahla. But it's no place you can go to hide. Yahawah is going to use these Russians, right? And, you know, all these wicked nations to destroy America. But then they going to get it as well. Because you got something to pay for too. You an Edomite as well. And Russia is set up with plenty of bunkers where they can go into from World War II and World War I. They got plenty of bunkers they can go into that are built deep in the ground to, you know, survive a nuclear attack. But still, hey, some of them ain't gonna work, man. Some of them ain't gonna make it. And the ones that do make it, what are we doing? From fishers to hunters. We fishing right now. We throwing that reel out. We fishing right now. But when that fishing is over and we tired of fishing, because the patience is gone, the mercy is gone, right? We hunters. You got to think about fishing. Fishing, if you ever been fishing, fishing is a patient game, man. You sit on that boat or you sit on the dock and you sit there for hours, you know, at a time. And you just throw in your reel. You might not get nothing. You reel it back in. You put the worm on it, right? Throw it back out. You taking patience. You really, and that's what this teaching is about, right? You teach with patience, with calmness. You can't be splashing in the water. Can't be doing all that because you're going to scare away the fish, all right? You got to teach in the sense of where the fish is going to come and they going to get hooked. They going, hey, man, that's the word of, man, we got to turn back to the Father. We got to turn back to God. I think his name Yahawah. We got to turn back to the Son. Yahawashi, right? Because the bait, and it was real bait. A lot of these camps is using artificial worms. It's not even real. You ain't even giving them real. What is that, man? It's a fake worm. It's plastic. It's fake. You're not giving them real. All right? You got to give them real bait. You got to give them this word. That sincere milk. Going back to the beginning of this video, talking about how Big Meech was talking about these guys don't have a foundation. All right? They see the people throwing money in the club. You don't know what went into all of that. All right? Just him on the wicked side, but him even having wisdom on the wicked side, knowing that he was spending about 20% of his money. All right? Because he was making millions of dollars and he was spending about 20% of it, having 80% to sit back. That's why when he gets out of prison, he's good, right? You know, hey, that's on the wicked hand side. But, you know, we pray that brother repent or whatever. A lot of these kingpins get out and they try to write a book and they try to give back because they feel like they messed up so many communities. They try to teach and all of that. And he might go on that route, but hey, if he don't get this truth, then it don't matter for him, all right? But the part of having that right foundation, you got to have that right foundation, all right? And that comes with the sincere milk, and that comes from skilled fishermen. Now, looking at hunting is, hey, I'm going to get my prey, right? When you think about a hunter, we're going to be hunting like a lion goes at his prey, chasing the antelope, jumping, getting your claws into it, boom. That patience, that calmness is over with. When you hunting, you chasing down your prey, throwing spears, you getting it in there. You shooting a bow and arrow, you shooting. You not waiting to reel nothing in. That's the difference between fishing and hunting. So that's the difference, and that's the difference in the spirit, how Yahawah is going to change it all, how Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is going to elevate it. Because the mercy is going to be done with. It's a time for peace. It's a time for all that. The time for war is about to take place. All right? Finishing this up, man. Verse 26. Jeremiah 51:26. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, and thou shalt be desolate forever, saith Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Barak, Mini, and Ashenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. These is many men. These are large armies, caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. They might have failed. Their might have failed. Because what, man? This American army is weak and soft. All right? These half of them are on the low. All right? On that mo-ish. Okay? The American army is a joke. That's why I got up out of that shit. Because I saw the way it was going, man. All right? They was passing certain laws and things that I didn't agree with. You know, as far as mo's, they took away the don't ask, don't tell, and they allowed it to be where they don't have to fake it anymore. So you had all these mo's walking around in uniform, man. I'm like, man, man. That shit was weird, okay? Had to get up out of there. And the water Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, I was able to get up out of there. I didn't have that many years on my contract, right? So their might have failed. They became as women. Man, let's read that one more time, man. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. That's what's going on in this American military. It's weak as baby shit, man. It's soft. Soft. That's all it is. Soft, man. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end, and that the passengers are stopped, and the reeds that have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted. But guess what? Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi still gonna put that spirit on you to go and fight Yahawashi. When the chariot appears, you still gonna have that spirit put on you to fight. Your might has failed, but you still gonna have to get in that F-18, F-35, whatever it be, and go get destroyed by a chariot. And go get destroyed by Yahawashi's ship. Alright? Knowing that you stand no chance. It's not gonna be no Independence Day where Will Smith flies the chariot into the ship and, does all that. It's not gonna be like that. You're not flying nothing into Yahawashi's ship. You're not gonna get close. Alright? You not. One chariot could take out all the American military. One chariot, man. One angel could destroy this whole place. So who the fuck is they fucking with? Just being, hey, excuse my French, but who is they fucking with, man? Alright? You can't mess with Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. You can't. Alright? And I feel like I hit that enough, man. Okay? It's gonna be a massacre. It's not gonna be no fight. You got people talking about a war in heaven. It's not gonna be no war. It's gonna be over in 1 hour, as the scriptures say. Okay? So the heathen, why do the heathen rage? And imagine a vain thing. Let's get that. We're gonna end it with that. Why, man? Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi and against his anointed, the saints, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahawah shall have them in derision. So what are we going to do, man? Just like our Father, we're going to laugh at him. We laugh at him right now. Okay? Y'all trying to come in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi with whatever, drones, and y'all shooting missiles at the firmament. We see that with Elon Musk shooting those rockets up. What's that thing? They did Operation Fishbowl where they shot nukes at the firmament, couldn't get through. Okay? Look back in history. They've been known that they trapped in here. They've been knowing about that. Y'all can't get through the heavens. Y'all can't get through. Y'all can't pierce. Okay? Y'all tried that with the Tower of Babel, you heathen. With Nimrod, a Hamite, leading y'all. Y'all tried that already. It's not going to work out. You about to try it again. With your one world government, your NWO. It's not going to work out. Okay? Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Yahweh's laughing at you. And we laughing at you. Because you funny. You are entertainment. And you going to give us more entertainment in the kingdom, man. Alright? Same song and dance. We going to make y'all dance, sing. And y'all ain't got no talent. Y'all ain't got no rhythm. So yeah, we going to get tired of that. Alright? Because y'all made us what? We dancing. We playing football. We singing. We rapping. We doing all of this for your entertainment. Alright? And that's pointless. But when brothers start saying some real shit and talking and hitting them corners and start stumping down this nation, you feel a certain way. And you want to limit videos. You want to make the algorithm not pick up our videos. You want to come at us like that and attack us in that way because we not doing what you want us to do. We not Uncle Tom's, right? You going to feel it, man, in every type of way. So, hey, we hit this. I feel like I hit this. Summarizing, you got to have that proper foundation, okay? You got to have that proper foundation. You can't just jump into it. A lot of you brothers on this app, man, y'all know what I'm talking about, them clowns, all right? And if you don't want to be labeled no clown, then you got to get right. You got to be diligent. You got to learn how to teach right. All them starting panels and just being on there talking is bullshit, okay? Put together a lesson and teach, man. All right, this is not an entertainment thing. This is not sit together and chat it up thing, man. Really feed the sheep. Feed the sheep. All right? These guys coming on here emotional and acting like, man, you acting like little girls, man. As the scriptures say, these men have changed and they start acting like women. Loosely quoting that again. So it is what it is. So summarizing once again, have a solid foundation. That foundation is with the elders, apostles, and bishops of the great millstone. All right, that's the most solidest foundation. All right, at the end of the day, okay. Otherwise, next is what's the other video we did with emergency American bombers on nuclear alert as Israel prepares massive attack on Iran. So be looking for that. Be looking for Israel to attack Iran. And if that happens, then it's going to pop off. Because Russia said it's up. Attack Iran and see what's up. That's what they said. It's up. And China's with them. And China, Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, just said, get ready. Get ready to fight the West. You got the president of China saying, get ready to fight the West. Now, what do you think? You think that man playing? That's like Big Worm in the hood, man. You said he had a gun with him when you seen him, right? Who play like that? He don't play. They not playing, man. Okay? They not playing. America is over for you. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is raising up these nations to come at you. All right? And summarizing still, BRICS nation. Right? BRICS nation and NATO. These are your axis and your allies. These are, World War III. It's all coming together. BRICS nation and NATO. This is who is going to be fighting. Okay? And then they all going to join together to fight who? Yahawashi. And boom, they all going to get destroyed. And that's beautiful. I can't watch no movie better than that. You could give me Gladiator 2. You can give me Paid in Full. You can give me whatever. I can't watch no movie better than that, man. All right? This movie that we reading and we living in. The movie of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. All right? And your movie is playing out too. Your book of life, man. All right? Everything you had to go through for you brothers and sisters that's really going through it, that's enduring, that's holding on. It's the climax of your movie is walking through that door. Is you going to walk through that straight gate or is you going to holding on? It's the climax of your movie is walking through that door. Is you going to walk through that straight gate or is you going to Is you going to walk through that straight gate or you going to be destroyed by the nukes? Hey, we got to figure it out. Yeah, he playing chess with everybody and kicking their ass, bro. He playing chess. Like, I saw that one Jake. Man, let me see if I can find it real quick. And this dude had to be a Jake. He was kicking their ass, yo. Right here.
This guy is playing 10 games of chess at the same time. Tunde Onakoya is a Nigerian grandmaster who's putting his skills to the test by simultaneously taking on 10 players. The games took more than 2 hours, with Tunde having to remember countless moves and board states. Amazingly, he managed to beat every single one of his opponents. How does he do it?
Because he a Jake. He a Jake. Don't play around with him, man. I love chess, man. He a Jake. Nigerian. That boy most likely a Jake. Kicking their ass. Kicking Esau's ass. 10 people. Hey, so with that being said, man, we going to turn to the east facing Jerusalem. All praises be to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakaha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. All right, that rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. Shalawam to you brothers, Kwame Yasharahla, as well to you sincere sisters out there, few and far between. All right, that brother said, I can't win with one. I've never played. Hey, if you never played chess before, man, get into it. It's a great game. It really exercises your mind. And it helps with life too. It helps you to think ahead. Because chess, you got to try to think four moves, 3 moves at least ahead. All right? And we always, in this way, with Esau Edom, we got to think ahead. We got to stay ahead, you know? And what do we got? We got these scriptures right here to keep us ahead, you know? So that's we got that blueprint. So that's important. So, hey, with that being said, Shalawam to you, brothers. Kwame Yasharahla and a Bible ball to this wicked nation. Shalawam.